Hey guys, before we start the video, I just want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude for the incredible support you've shown. I took a step back from YouTube for a while, but I wanted to get back into the swing of things. Back in April, I only had 65 subscribers, and now it's grown to an amazing 317. The response to my Godzilla concept trailer and my Eddie Guerrero video has been nothing short of phenomenal. Your comments and engagement mean the world to me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now let's get into the video. So a while ago, I was watching a bunch of Godzilla found footage videos here on YouTube, and it kind of made me think, why haven't we gotten a new game? The only Godzilla content that we've had recently has been DLC for totally different franchises like Call of Duty, Minecraft, and Gigabash, which I recently bought, and it's actually a great game. But it's been about 10 years since we've had a standalone game. Plus, if you want to play the latest one, it'll cost you over $100. I, unfortunately, didn't get to play it when it first came out. From what I could tell, it didn't get that many good reviews. So, what would I want in a Godzilla game? What would the roster look like? The locations? Gameplay? Slow moving, like the PlayStation 4 Godzilla game, or fast-paced and arcadey like the classic Pipework games. Would it have a story mode? That's the discussion we're going to have here today. So, let's begin with the roster. Who would be in it? Let's start with the obvious characters. First up, the king of monsters himself, Godzilla. Since his earth-shaking debut in 1954, Godzilla has taken on many forms. In my game, you'll get to control every iteration of this iconic behemoth, from his OG 54 look, 2016 Shin, all of his MonsterVersus appearances, the recent -1 look, and yes, even the controversial 98 Godzilla. Each model isn't just a visual treat, they come with unique abilities that mirror their cinematic feats, ensuring that every Godzilla feels distinct. But what's a king without his courts? Joining Godzilla would be characters like King Ghidorah, Anguirus, Mothra, Rodan, King Caesar, Batra, Biolante, Destroya, Gigan, Hedorah, Orga, Megaguirus, Megalon, Baragon, Varan, Mogera, Jet Jaguar, Mechagodzilla, the Mudos, the Colossal Skullcrawler, and last but not least, the MonsterVerse version of Kong. Hell, I'd even like to see some version of the roster to look like the SH Monster Arts or Shogun Warrior style action figure models, kinda like how the 2K games have playable Mattel characters in it. I know plenty of people don't like DLC, me included, but if this game had to have it, I'd definitely add these next characters as bonus content. The 1962 King Kong, Mechanicong, Titanosaurus, Gyra, Sanda, and Manda. But wait, there's more. For the ultimate crossover, I'd bring in Gamera and Ultraman, because why not? I think that would be an amazing addition to the roster. Location, location, location. Where should the battle and other game modes take place? With how powerful consoles and PCs are these days, I feel like the game could have enormous maps that would recreate the feeling and atmosphere of each location. Like battling it out in Japan and being able to change it to day or night, with the night being quite beautiful with all the neon lights and advertisements. Other locations I'd like to see would be New York City, San Francisco or LA, Hawaii, Boston, Las Vegas, Monster Island, and Skull Island, with even small creatures to liven up the scenery. Like imagine fighting a kaiju and just grabbing a random creature and either eating it up to restore some health, or being an asshole and just eating the creature at your opponent. Like previous games, you should be able to use the environment to your advantage, grabbing vehicles like tanks or buildings and tossing them, or making buildings collapse on your opponents and giving you the advantage you would need to win. With each location, I think one thing that can make it even more lively would be having small enemies like different military units or smaller kaiju that would attack you depending on how much damage you cause on the maps. Let's say you're playing as Godzilla and you're facing off against King Ghidorah. If you're causing more mayhem, then the military would use rockets, tanks, or jets to attack you. In the latest addition to the Godzilla franchise, you'll be able to play in many different game modes, including Legacy Mode, Director Mode, Battle Mode, and Story Mode. Legacy Mode offers an immersive journey into the essence of the Godzilla saga. Envision a gameplay experience reminiscent of the classic Stuntman title for the PlayStation 2, where executing a series of stunts culminates in the unveiling of a movie trailer, showcasing your stunt contributions alongside professional voiceovers and curated scenes. This concept is envisioned to be integrated into the current game, providing a platform where players can engage in the meticulous reenactment of the most iconic sequences from the Godzilla films. Players will have access to an extensive compilation of historic moments, from Godzilla's debut in Tokyo to his monumental confrontations with arch-enemies such as King Ghidorah and Mothra. The next game mode is pretty straightforward. Battle Mode. Battle Mode would have 3 options: 1v1, 1v2, and 2v2. 1v1. In this mode, it's a classic face-off between two titans. Each player selects their preferred character and battles it out in a destructible city environment. The object is to deplete the opponent's health bar to 0 using a combination of melee attacks, special abilities, and environmental hazards. 1v2. This mode offers a unique challenge where one player takes on 2 opponents simultaneously. The solo player is given a stronger character or additional power-ups to balance the odds. This mode tests the player's skill in managing multiple threats and using the environment to their advantage. 2v2. In this mode, players form teams of 2 and work together to defeat the opposing team. This mode encourages teamwork and strategy. Players can choose to focus their attacks on one opponent to quickly eliminate them, or divide their attention between both opponents to keep them off balance. Destruction Mode. In the heart-pounding Destruction Mode, you and up to 3 friends can engage in a monstrous rampage across the map. The goal would be simple, yet thrilling. Wreak as much havoc as possible, demolish buildings, annihilate landmarks, and use your monstrous abilities to out-destroy your opponents. The player who inflicts the most damage upon the map within the time limit reigns supreme. What features would there be? Multiplayer, obviously. You can either team up with or against friends in a 4-player free-for-all battle. You can collect power-ups to enhance your destructive capabilities or hinder your opponents, but make sure you strategize to find the most efficient way to level the map. And don't forget to dodge the military's desperate defenses. Story Mode. Now, what would a story mode be like for this game, you might ask? Thinking about it, what would be interesting is something similar to Peter Jackson's King Kong from 2005, or City Shrouded in Shadow, where you not only play as Godzilla, but as well as a human navigating different locations like Monster Island, or a city in shambles as Godzilla is fighting off other kaiju. What do you think? And that pretty much covers everything I like in a Godzilla game. What are your thoughts and opinions about this? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, press that like button and subscribe for more content. Until next time, I'm out.